Salutations and welcome to Zarnia Games and Geekery. I am André from André's GM Tips, and today we are going to be looking at 5 of my favorite TTRPG systems. First up, we have Legend of the Five Rings, feudal Japan with low magic, where you play as samurai, but where every word matters. A wrong word at the wrong time means your samurai might have to commit Sudoku.
Seppuku.
Seppuku. The tension in matters of etiquette and diplomacy in this game takes PC dialogue to a whole different level from all the Western cultural derivatives of most TTRPGs. Secondly, we have the legendary Call of Cthulhu. The Cthulhu mythos is great at evoking horror and sanity damage to your poor everyday people from the 1920s that might be a cab driver or a librarian. What I love is how this is heavy on investigation and role-playing. Getting into combat here is considered a failure state. It's something you want to get out of. Anything can one-shot you. A fight with a human in an alley might mean a stray bullet hits you and you're dead. But that's the least you have to worry about, for the grim nature of reality and what dwells in the center of our cosmos is truly horrific. And third up, we have Dungeon Crawl Classics, a grim, unforgiving, low magic fantasy world where warriors have over-the-top maneuvers, rogues can burn their luck stat to somehow get out of tricky situations, and wizards, every spell you cast can manifest in a million different ways. This is random fun and shenanigans at the table, more so than any other system I've played. Love it. Number 4 is Dragonbane. This was Swedish D&D. It was called Drakar och Demoner. I hope I said that right to our Swedish viewers. If you are there, give us a shout out in the comments, please, Swedes. Oh, this is beautiful. This is very much D&D inspired, more a Scandinavian folklore feel. Classic fantasy tropes. Tactical combat in this one is much more interesting than most systems because you draw initiative cards every round, so initiative swaps around all the time. Initiative is so dynamic that you can swap your initiative card with any other participant in the combat, and thereby creating rich discussion amongst the players of who's going to go first and set up each other for some big hits later. What's also fun is monsters always hit. No more big baddies that have 3 rounds of just misses if they're unlucky. Monsters roll on a table and every round does automatic damage or bad effects applied to player characters. It's awesome, fun and dynamic combat. You'll love it. And last but certainly not least is the phenomenal space horror RPG Mothership. Beautiful deluxe box set here with GM screens and maps and more example adventures than you can shake a big stick at. This book has the single best advice for GMs that I've ever read. This tells you how to write your own horror adventure, start to finish, create dynamic worlds and characters. It literally is almost like some great author is telling you their deepest secrets. I wholeheartedly recommend this. Mothership has the best third-party and official modules that I've ever seen in a TTRPG. These ooze with design and transcendental sci-fi ideas that just put your players in new situations that they've never seen in an RPG before. These are fantastic. As a horror RPG, Mothership has a stat for stress, and every time players fail a roll, their stress levels build up and up and up. When something truly horrific happens, they have to roll a stress check, and if they fail, well, really bad stuff happens to them and they might not be able to cope. This creates an escalating tension that slowly builds up as the adventure continues, which reaches a crescendo where either the players are going to survive by running away from the horror or try and take it on and meet an unfortunate end. And there you have it, folks, my favorite TTRPGs that I'm playing right now. Tell us in the comments down below which ones are your favorite, and please do drop by André's GM Tips if you want a deep delve into the more philosophical side of being a game master. I'd love to see you there and hopefully see you here. on the next one. Best aspect is, yeah, and then plural. I mean, the best aspect of Mothership is how stuck these things are to the box. Fucking hell. I'm gonna tilt them. Continuity doesn't matter. Let me put them up like that.